Good morning. Good morning. Hey, this is Pastor Chris Hallett coming to you live from the pastor's study at Summit Heights United Methodist Church. I'm glad to welcome you to our Summit Heights Saturday update. I haven't done one of these for quite some time. I'm just noticing I've got my phone out so I can try to make sure we're up and live, and I think we are. But I was just noticing that in the video description, it's a day ahead. It's November 7th. So it's actually not November 7th. If you're seeing this, if you're looking at that, the title of the video, I'll go back and change that later. I know I can do that on YouTube. I'm not sure about Facebook. Anyway, it is Saturday, November the 6th. Now, not too much has changed on the COVID front, thankfully. Cases are falling. Thankfully, not that things haven't changed, but thankfully cases are falling. But we're still in the midst of this pandemic. They're falling here in Kentucky. Little concerned that there are other places in the country it might be leveling off and maybe even ticking back up because of the winter weather that's coming in. But you just don't know. We don't know. It's so frustrating, isn't it? We don't know. But we do know that God's in control. God cares, and everything's in His hands. So we just put it in His hands. But we're still encouraging everyone to wear masks when you're inside the building. Get those boosters if you're eligible. If you have school-aged children, you can now have a conversation with your pediatrician. I would encourage you to do so about the COVID vaccine for children. And let's do all we can to watch over one another in love. In the meantime, here at Summit Heights, we are not slowing down. We are picking up. We're moving forward. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of changes that are happening right now and getting ready to happen. Some of those happening tomorrow, and one of those I want to tell you about. I want to work through this. By the way, I'm on a program I don't normally use for this, or we used to use. Anyway, don't worry. I'm just on a different program, so bear with me this morning for any technical situations or circumstances, or that's not the right word, challenges. How's that? But here we go. Let's talk about Children's Church. Children's Church is going to 1 hour tomorrow. 1 hour. We're going to have 1 hour Children's Church. We're not having the children's moment in the service anymore. Parents, you can take your kids right before the service starts, drop them off in the Kidz Klub Room. That's room 208. That's right here down the hall, close to my office. And for an hour-long children's church, one of the big reasons we're doing this is that this is what was requested by our parents. So we're responding to what you're asking for, and so we're going to give you a 1 hour children's church. Now, children are always welcome in the worship service. Know that. We're not kicking anybody out of the worship service. We love children. We want them in the worship service, or we want them in children's church, whichever one the parents or the child feels most comfortable. Please feel welcome to bring them in the worship service, or you can take them to children's church. But children's church is going to be an hour, so we'll have you go in, drop them off, sign them in, and then go and pick them up right after the worship service is completed. Now, this is going to change. This is a change starting tomorrow, November the 7th. There's going to be another change on November the 21st, because on on Sunday, November the 21st, Children's Church is going to be available during our new Connect Contemporary Worship Service. Our Connect Contemporary Worship Service is going to launch on November the 21st. We're excited about what God's going to do. And that service is going to be at 9:30 a.m. in the sanctuary. We want to help people connect with God, connect with others, and connect with a church that's been worshiping Jesus Christ as Savior and Lord for 2,000 years. You know, music is so important. The Psalms, part of the Scriptures, we've been singing as a part of worship since the very beginning. In the New Testament church, we know that they sang psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs to one another. Christians have sung these songs as an essential part of our worship from the very beginning. So what we're going to do, starting Sunday the 21st, is offer a worship experience that connects musically with younger people. It'll be more casual. I won't be wearing a robe. I won't even be wearing a tie. And which will make me match up with most of people who actually attend worship here on a Sunday morning, even our traditional service. But the big change really is the musical style. We're going to offer this experience and this musical style that fits the way that younger people can connect with God, because music is culturally conditioned. The style of music is. The words will be focused on God, praising God, and that's what we want. You know, in some churches, you can go to contemporary services. Some churches, it feels like that service just dropped out of the sky in 1990. We're not going to do that. We're going to be in a stream of worship that goes back 2,000 years. We want to be contemporary in music. We want to have a relevant biblical message. It's going to be the same message that we share in our traditional service, but also we want to be able to connect in the traditions of the church. We're gonna still recite the creed together. It's important in Christian formation that we remember and think about what it is we believe, what's important to us, and some other things like that. This is going to be a contemporary service that's tied into the ancient church that's been worshiping Jesus for 2,000 years. Also, you're welcome. You're welcome to join us at 9:15 a.m. in the gym for coffee and donuts every Sunday. Maybe come, grab a donut, take the kid over. You can actually go the back way there through the back hallway to drop your children off at Children's Church, and then make your way to the sanctuary as the service will get started at 9:30 a.m. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited what God's going to do in our midst. Oh, by the way, when you're here tomorrow at worship, we've got a bunch of these things. Let me let's do that. Get rid of that. Oh, hold on. Gotta do that now. Got a bunch of these flyers, and they just have that same graphic on them, and it tells the launch date and where we are, our location, and our website. So a great way just to take those with you. You can drop them off somewhere, give them to your friends, invite people to worship. We want to invite folks into a relationship, a life-changing relationship with Jesus Christ. And so pick one of those up when you're here tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow we're starting a new worship new sermon series called The Heart of the Matter. Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Did you know that Jesus cares about your heart? He really does. We're going to reflect on our heart, how our heart follows our material possessions. Jesus made this keen insight into human nature when he said that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Your heart follows your treasure. So we want to think about our relationship with our money, our time, our talents, and how we're lining up those things in our lives that are really connected to the core of who we are with God's kingdom, so that our hearts can be happy and whole. And so I hope you'll join us. Don't forget tomorrow morning. Technical difficulties. Don't forget tomorrow morning or tonight before you go to bed to fall back. Oh, it's my favorite night of the year. We get to fall back. Now, I'm not going to wait till 2 a.m. to set my clock back. I'm going to go ahead and do that this evening before I go to bed. But I encourage you to do that. Otherwise, you're going to get here an hour early, which wouldn't be the worst thing that ever happened probably in your life. But then you'll miss out on that extra hour of sleep. So we don't want you to miss out on that. So be sure and set your clock back, okay? Do me a favor, like and share this video. It's one of the ways we spread the word about what God is doing here at Summit Heights United Methodist Church. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in worship tomorrow morning. God bless you.